Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I'm Nayanika and I make book related videos, and today I just thought that I would sit down, chill with you guys and open my book mail with you all. I'm very excited to open them up and see what's inside. So without further ado, let's get started. If you're new here, welcome. Click on the thumbs up icon and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's delve into the world of books. So there isn't any particular order in which I'll open them, but I'll just open the smaller one first. Now this one is from Harper Collins, India, and I actually know what's inside. They reached out to me saying, would you like a review copy of this book? And coincidentally, I had just added that book to my cart, and so I was like, yes, obviously. So I'm really happy they sent me this book. It's going to be so amazing, guys. We have Counterattacks at 30 by Won Pyong-son. Now this is the author of Almond, and I have heard so many good things about this book. Now let me briefly tell you about this book. I actually really like the cover. Very graphic and very nice colors. Jinhye is an ordinary woman who has never been extraordinary. In her administrative job at the academy, she silently tolerates office politics and the absurdities of Korean bureaucracy. But all her efforts to endure her superiors and the semi-hostile work environment they create are upended when a new intern, Gyeok Lee, arrives. Like a pacifist version of V in V for Vendetta, Gyeok recruits a trio of office allies to carry out plans for minor revenge. Together, these four rebels commit tiny protests against those in more powerful positions through spraying graffiti, throwing eggs, and writing anonymous exposés. But as their attacks increase, the initial joy they felt at the release becomes something more, and Ji-ye and the others will discover the beauty of friendship and the extraordinary power of unity against adversity. So I'm really excited for this. It's also quite a short read, and the font size is pretty decent, not too small, not too big, but yeah, I'm very excited to read it. It has French flaps. I think these are called French flaps, right? The flaps where they open out like this. So yeah, this is one book that I'm really excited to read. Let's put it here for now. Then I actually already unboxed a parcel that I got at the office, and I'll make sure to include some clips on the screen. And so it was a parcel that was sent to me from the browser, and they sent me a couple of books from their Kappa Classics editions, and I'm so very happy with them. So the first one we have is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and we also have Notes from the Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. Now Wuthering Heights is the OG, OG angsty love romance, and I read it when I was in class 6. I think looking back, I was too young to have read this book, but I did read it. I really liked it then. Now I'm sure if I read it again, I'll have a lot of criticisms for the people, for the characters and how they act. But nonetheless, I am really excited. Now, if you've been seeing or following me on Instagram, you'll know that I've been reading a lot of classics lately. And so I'm really happy to get into this. And then we have Notes from the Underground by Dostoevsky, and again, like I said, I'm really excited to read more classics recently. So this one is great. To be very honest, I'm very intimidated by the Russian classics. They're so big, huge, and so I just read White Nights recently. So I think this one is a good continuation for my reads of Russian works. So Notes from the Underground is a wonderful book, widely regarded as a foundational work of existentialist literature and a precursor to the philosophical themes that dominated the 20th century. Dostoevsky's Notes from the Underground is a fragmented monologue by an unnamed narrator, often referred to as the underground man. A bitter, isolated figure disillusioned with society, he recounts his sense of alienation and his struggle with the contradictions of human nature. Really excited for this. And Wuthering Heights, if you don't know, it's about these two families mostly. It's a tempestuous tale of love, obsession and revenge set against the hauntingly beautiful backdrop of the Yorkshire moors. It weaves a dark and passionate saga of two generations bound by fate and tormented by unfulfilled desires. We have got the doomed love affair between Heathcliff and Catherine Earnshaw, and I don't think I should tell you more about it, because after the first generation it becomes more spoilery. But that said, these two are some amazing, two very good classics. This I know firsthand, and this I've heard it's good. So I'm really excited to read both of these books, and very beautiful covers. So excited to read them. And now let's open this big box. Alright guys, so this next huge box is actually from my parents, and so let me just open it up and share the books with you all. So my parents have sent me some books from my book pile back at home, because I have been really craving more classics, like I just mentioned. So they've sent me a few classic, few Indian literature books that I've been really wanting to read, and now I'm getting the opportunity to share all of them with you all. So that's great. Ooh, nice books. Alright, again in no particular order, let me take them out and share them with you all. So firstly, because I said I want to read more classics and read more Russian literature also, my parents have sent me Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy. Such a classic book. Now as you can see, I've marked it a bit because I started reading it for class, but then I left it halfway. So I'm really excited to read it. So really excited. We follow basically this woman called Anna Karenina, who's married to Karenin, and she has a kid, but she suddenly comes across this young man in the army whose name is Count Vronsky, and she falls in love with him. That's the main plot, but we have a couple of other plots on the sidelines, and those are just as good. So I'm really excited to read it. Then we have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Now this is a reimagining of the story of Achilles and Patroclus, and I am here for it. I have been in the mood for retellings recently, so I think this is one of the OG books in at least the contemporary writing scene. So I'm really excited to read it. I also have Circe by this author, and I might perhaps read one like these one after the other. Then speaking of classics, we have 100 Years of Solitude by Gabriel Garcia Marquez. Now this is such an amazing book. I've read it for class previously, and I'm so excited to reread it. Now this is from the if you don't know, he's one of the Nobel winners in literature. Really exciting. It's a multi-generational story set in this fantastical and imaginary town of Macondo. And we follow the Buendia family. Now we also have a Netflix series that's come up for it, and I want to watch that after I've read this book. So time to read it. And I think whenever I read classics for myself and not for class, I enjoy them more. And I'm sure this is the same with many people. We have another big book, and that is Tomb of Sand by Gitanjali Shree, which is the winner of the International Booker Prize 2022. Now I am really excited to read this book. I was very hesitant to pick up such big books, but I don't know how, but recently I have been craving big books, and I think this is going to be it. I actually don't know much about this book. This is translated by Daisy Rockwell from Hindi, Devanagari, right? Yes. And in northern India, an 80-year-old woman slips into a deep depression after the death of her husband, and then resurfaces to gain a new lease on life. Her determination to fly in the face of convention, including striking up a friendship with a transgender person, confuses her bohemian daughter, who is used to thinking of herself as the more modern of the two. Gitanjali Shree's playful tone and exuberant wordplay results in a book that is engaging, funny, and utterly original, at the same time as being an urgent and timely protest against the destructive impact of borders and boundaries, whether between religions, countries, or genders. So, really excited for this one. Then we have The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. Now this, I've heard so much about this book and it's time I read it. It's also quite short. So it's basically about this small town where suddenly the people forget about things. Hat, ribbon, bird, rose. To the people on the island, a disappeared thing no longer has any meaning. It can be burned in the garden, thrown in the river, or handed over to the memory police. Soon enough, the island forgets it ever existed. Very, very exciting. It's sort of a dystopian book and I would love to finally read it because everybody seems to have read it. I haven't. So next, okay. So next we have Ghost World by Sarah Moss. Now to be very honest with you, I have no idea what this book is about, but I got it some time ago and I've wanted to read it since then. Teenage Sylvie and her parents are living in a hut in the Northumberland as an exercise in experimental archaeology. Her father is a difficult man obsessed with imagining and reenacting the harshness of Iron Age life. Haunting Sylvie's narrative is the story of a bog girl, a young woman sacrificed by those closest to her, and the landscape both keeps and reveals the secrets of past violence and ritual as the summer builds to its harrowing climax. Now this is quite a short book, so hopefully I'll enjoy this one. Then let's do a bit of fantasy. We have Illuminate by Amy Kaufman and David Christoph. Now this is a very interesting book. It's told in the form of mixed media. As you can see, there are reports, emails, all of that. And I have been so excited to read this book for the longest time. I have no idea it's a lot of noise. But anyway, the year is 2575 and two mega corporations are at war over a planet that's little more than an ice-covered speck. A fantastically original, heart-stopping adventure where everything is definitely more dangerous than it seems. Another book. We have quite a nice pile here. Just a few more books and then we'll be done. Okay. So first we have Feathers, Fools and Farts, Manipuri Folktales Retold. I want to read a book from every state and union territory of India this year, so this is my Manipur pick. Now this is mostly for children. I'm guessing it's like folk tales and cultural tales that Manipuri kids are brought up on, so I am really excited to read it. Maybe we should do this. Right. Then, like I said, I am really excited to read more retelling Sisya, and so we have The Woman of Troy by Pat Barker, and this is about literally the woman of Troy, because otherwise mostly we know only about the men who are involved in the Trojan War and Helen and a couple of other people, that's it. So in this women we follow Helen, Cassandra, Amina, Hecuba and Briseis. Really excited for this, and I am planning on reading this and then reading The Silence of the Girls by the same author after this one. Another book on my radar, that's been on my radar for quite some time, The Vegetarian by Han Kang. Now this is a book, second-hand book that I bought from my friend Shivani after she was done reading it. It's a classic story about rebellion when a woman just refuses and gives up on eating meat in a culture that where meat is a very essential and everyday component of their food and lifestyle. A darkly beautiful modern classic about rebellion, eroticism and the female body. One of the most extraordinary books you will ever read. So that's that. Then last two books. We have Middlemarch by George Eliot, who's actually a woman. And I am really excited to read it. I have no idea what this is about. It is a moving and nuanced novel, a masterly evocation of connected lives, changing fortunes and human frailties in a provincial community. Peopling its landscape are Dorothea Brooke, a young idealist whose search for intellectual fulfillment leads her into a disastrous marriage to the pedantic scholar Casaubon, and Dr. Lydgate, whose pioneering medical methods combined with an imprudent marriage to the spendthrift beauty Rosamond threatened to undermine his career, and the religious hypocrite Bulstrode, hiding scandalous crimes from his past. Now Virginia Woolf says, one of the few English novels written for grown-up people. Another huge classic. The last book we have here is Pinty by Inedi Okafor. Now this is sci-fi Afrofuturistic. A young Himba girl with the chance of a lifetime to attend the prestigious Unza University. Her talent for mathematics and her aptitude with astroblades make her a prime candidate to undertake this interstellar journey. And on this interstellar journey, something very interesting happens. Now, this is a trilogy and it also has one new Binti story. If you have read this book, let me know, because I'm really excited to read it, and considering it's a trilogy, it's quite short. So that's it. Those are the books. Hi guys. So quick addition to this video. Today is the next day and I actually came back home to two more parcels. These are from Bloomsberry, so let's open them and see what's inside. I'm really excited. This one is already half torn, so we'll go with it first. And it is Collide by Bal Kabra. Now I actually kind of have an idea what this is going to be, so let's open this one as well. Ooh. Guys, I am in for a romance summer because both of these books are two amazing romances and I am just so excited to share them with you. So we have Collide as well. So we've got Collide and Spiral, and both of these are from the author Bal Kabra. Now, as far as I know, both of these are kind of like sports romances. One is a ballet dancer, the guy is a hockey player, and that's the same thing with this one. I don't know if these are, no, these are not continuations, but I think they are set in the same romances, same worlds, so that's that. In Spiral, we have Elias Westbrook, a newly drafted hockey player, and he is facing the issues of fame and media scrutiny. Enter from stage-led Sage Beaumont, an aspiring ballerina whose lack of popularity online has put her at a major disadvantage for securing the roles she dreams of. When Sage finds herself with the chance to change her luck by fake dating Elias, she takes her shot. So this is going to be a fake dating scenario, and I'm all for it because I love it. In Collide, we have when Summer Preston's professor issues her with an ultimatum, she finds herself on an unexpected collision course with hockey captain Aidan Crawford. Summer hates everything about hockey for good reason, but she isn't going to let that stand in the way of her becoming a sports psychologist. Aidan loves being the hockey captain, except when his team's reckless mistakes risk jeopardizing their entire season. When coach puts him forward for a research paper as punishment, he has no choice but to accept. Summer can't accept his blasé approach to life, and Aidan doesn't catch her uptight, scheduled one. They're off to a rocky start, and provoking each other, as it turns out, is what they do best. As sparks fly, neither wants to be the one to give in. Can they get everything they want, including each other? So I think these two are perfect for my summer because I want something light and fun and flirty and lovely, and we have romance. So I'm really excited for these two books, and yeah, with that we'll wrap up this video. And I also asked my parents to send me this little tapestry of the moon, tarot moon, and I'm so excited. I'll probably put it up here like this, so it'll look very good and bright in my room. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again another time. Take care, peace out, bye.